In today's headlines, or for the husting. Leody pushes electoral reforms. Booster shot opportunist warned. 24-hour contract tracing underway. BI warns online fixers. DENR calls for Wildlife Act amendments. Peru declares environmental emergency. Good morning, I am Kim Sancha and you are watching Tribune News on Q. Today is the 24th of January 2022 and here are the latest news of this Monday morning. With the May 2022 national elections fast approaching, 4 leading presidential aspirants face the nation Saturday to tackle important national issues that concern the public and the electorate. In the Jessica Soho presidential interviews aired over GMA7, Vice President Leni Robredo, Senators Manny Pacquiao and Panfilo Lacson and Manila Mayor Isko Moreno were asked personal questions, their positions and platforms should they get the highest post in the government. The 3-hour pre-recorded program showcased thoroughly fleshed out, honest and thought-provoking questions. It covered a gamut of issues and topics which put the aspirants on their toes. The exchange was for many totally rewarding that one would hardly have time to look for one missing contender, Ferdinand Marcos Jr., who backed out. 5 others, including Leody de Guzman, were not invited. On diagnosis and prognosis, Robredo, the highest incumbent official among presidential hopefuls, said that the country's recurring problems are due to the fact that most of the Filipinos did not learn the lessons from the past. Lacson, who has been a senator for 17 years with 32 years of experience in Philippine National Police or PNP, believed that one of the problems of the Philippines is that its citizens have become dreamless, hopeless, and helpless. For Pacquiao, Filipinos' lack of discipline is one of the problems that hinder the nation from prospering. Meanwhile, Moreno, who is the local chief executive of the Philippines' capital city, urged Filipinos to end the political dynasty by giving chances to other aspiring leaders from non-political clans. Marcos Jr. was noticeably absent with his camp justifying his refusal to participate with the veteran journalist's supposed bias against the Marcoses. Soho's mother network took exception to the accusation and said it was unfortunate that he declined the offer. It said that the questions are tough because of the job of the presidency is tough. It also added that they believe that this is an important exercise to inform the public about the candidates seeking their votes in election 2022 to help them make the best, most informed choice on their ballots. Presidential aspirant De Guzman is pushing electoral reforms where the government will spend for the campaign of every candidate. In a Facebook live stream on Saturday night, De Guzman is pushing to use the state media to introduce all the candidates and mobilize barangay officials by putting posters in public places. De Guzman said that the government must find a way to introduce all the candidates, use Channel 4 or PTV and government stations, mobilize the barangays where they will put up posters of the candidates in the plaza. In that way, it is forbidden to multiply money to be popular. He also proposed the poll watchers will be replaced by college students on monitoring the precincts during elections day and gave the watchers the opportunity to choose their candidates. Under Republic 7166, a candidate or registered political party may spend for an election campaign shall be as follows. For candidates, 10 pesos for president and vice president, and for other candidates, 3 pesos. For every voter is currently registered in the constituency where he filed his certificate of candidacy, provided that a candidate without any political party and without support from any political party may be allowed to spend 5 pesos for every such voter, and for political parties, 5 pesos for every voter currently registered in the constituency or constituencies where it has official candidates. Under Republic Act 9006 or the Fair Election Act, 120 minutes of TV campaign airtime are allotted to every candidate on national posts per station and 180 minutes for radio advertisements using traditional election campaigns. Campaign rules on social media, mobile, and online platforms are now also covered under COMELEC Resolution 10730, where registered political parties and candidates are required to register the names of website and web addresses of all verified official accounts, website, blogs, and other social media pages to the COMELEC Education and Information Department or COMELEC EID. The campaign period for presidential, vice presidential, and senatorial candidates, including party list groups, will be from February 8 until the 7th of May 2022. For local posts, the campaign period will be from the 25th of March until the 7th of May 2022. No person elected to any public office shall enter upon the duties of his office until he has filed the statement of contributions and expenditures. The National Vaccination Operations Center, or NVOC, on Sunday issued a warning against individuals taking advantage of the free COVID-19 booster shots by getting additional doses. In a text message to the Daily Tribune, NVOC chairperson Mirna Cabotaje said they have received reports that certain individuals got vaccinated with more COVID-19 doses than what is currently allowed. We have received anecdotes, but we have not really looked into this. Cabotaje, who is also a Department of Health Undersecretary, said. At the moment, the government allows only the administration of booster doses or the so-called third dose to individuals aged 18 years old and above. Cabotaje said individuals who will be caught receiving more than the prescribed COVID-19 vaccine doses will face sanctions from authorities. Cabotaje appealed to the public not to take advantage of getting more COVID-19 vaccine doses since many Filipinos are not yet vaccinated. In a separate interview, Cabotaje admitted that verification through the government database whether an individual has already received a third dose or booster shot usually takes time. She noted that while there is no danger in getting more COVID-19 vaccine doses than what is currently allowed, however, it would be difficult for the authorities to identify which vaccine caused the side effect once an individual experiences side effects. She added that if you receive multiple shots of COVID-19 vaccines and you were not aware of what you received, they will have a hard time to know what would be our response if ever experience an adverse event. Tribune News on Cue will be back after these reminders.
Boto mo to, Halalan 2022, the Daily Tribune special coverage.
Si Harry Roque ang pinakamagaling na spokesman, kaya inggit sa kanya ang oposisyon.
Tama lang na ipinaglaban ko ang balik trabaho para bumalik ang kita ng mga nagtatrabaho at naghahanap buhay. Hindi pwedeng magutom ang pamilya. Dapat lang po ingat buhay para sa hanap buhay. Basta trabaho, kita at hanap buhay ang nakataya. Nasa harap niyo po ako.
Ibigay natin ang tudong suporta kay Harry.
Mapalutong bahay man o sumptuous meal for special occasions, sagot na kayo ng tropang Kalanpag. Dahil atid sa inyo ng Daily Tribune ang fun and exciting cooking show na Kalanpag, manood at matuto kung paano lutuin ang mga favorite nyong recipes. Sabayan pa ng fun and inspiring na kwentuhan sa kusina. I-upgrade na rin natin ang mga nakasanayang traditional dish ng pamilya. Plus, healthy tipid tips na ibabahagi ng tropang Kalanpag. Matuto, mabusog at good vibes dito lang sa Kalanpag tuwing Lunes, 10:30 AM sa Daily Tribune Facebook page at Tribune Now on YouTube.
Watch out for the new episode of The Athletes Tribune Season 2. Alamin ang interesting background ng inyong idol.
Ano yung mga moments na tumatak sa'yo during your collegiate days.
Ma-inspire at makiselebrate din tayo sa kanyang tagumpay.
Dalhin mo kami dun sa winning moment nyo na yon, di ba? Ano yung nasa isip mo habang hawak mo yung bola? And in-expect mo ba na masushoot mo yung buzzer-beating shot na yan?
Abangan ang former UAAP Red Warriors standout, 2021 MPBL Invitational Cup champion at Finals MVP mula Basilan Jumbo Plastic Garty, Philip Manalang. Ngayong Lunes na, January 24 at 7 p.m. sa inyong paboritong The Athletes Tribune.
This public service advisory is brought to you by Daily Tribune and 100.3 RJFM.
Oh, vaccination, isolation. Gotta keep up with my nutrition. Gotta maintain my body condition. Then I can take my vaccination. What do I choose? What do I take? As long as it is not a fake. AstraZeneca, Moderna, BioNTech, even Sinovac, okay na. Pababakuna ka ba? 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 Vaccination for the nation, no more isolation. With vaccination, pababakuna ka ba? 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 Paturok, paturok, paturok.
This public service advisory is brought to you by Daily Tribune and 100.3 RJFM.
Botomoto Halalan 2022, the Daily Tribune special coverage.
We are back on Tribune News on Q. To address the sudden increase in the number of COVID-19 cases in this town, the authority of the Freeport area of Bataan, or AFAB, has started conducting 24-hour contract tracing. AFAB Administrator Emmanuel Pineda said the contact tracing will provide frontliners with real-time information regarding the COVID-19 situation in the area. The AFAB Health Unit has been assigned to do the contract tracing and prep its ambulance team for any emergency situation. The group is currently conducting antigen tests and collecting samples of RT-PCR tests in various locators inside the Freeport zone. The agency also continues to provide guidance to the Municipal Epidemiology and Surveillance Unit and the Provincial Health Office. With AFAB Health Consultant Dr. Noel Bernardo leading the tracing, the AFAB is providing much-needed protection to stakeholders inside the Freeport against COVID-19. The Bureau of Immigration, or BI, has warned the public against scammers on Facebook posing as Bureau of Immigration employees. BI Commissioner Jaime Morente said they have received reports of fake employees offering assistance for overseas Filipino workers, or OFW, bound for Japan and the Middle East. In one report, according to Morente, scammers used the social media photos or one of their alien control officers to create a fake account that offers services in several Facebook groups. Scammers had allegedly collected 670,000 pesos from several victims. Morente advised the public not to transact or deal with fixers posing as BI workers. He said the Bureau does not condone such activities and asked the public to report attempts to fix their papers. The Bureau reiterated its warning to the public that circumventing the law only puts OFW in danger of being exploited abroad. Morente also said that all OFW are required to secure the necessary permits from the Philippine Overseas Employment Administration that will be presented to the BI upon departure. In light of the increasing number of Philippine eagle rescues during the pandemic, the Department of Environment and Natural Resources or DENR Secretary Roy Cimatu has renewed his call for lawmakers to amend Republic Act 9147 or the Wildlife Resources Conservation and Protection Act of 2001 to ensure stricter penalties. According to Cimatu, a Philippine eagle dubbed Godod was released in the municipality of Godod, Zamboanga del Norte last January the 10th. Cimatu said that experts in Philippine eagle biology and ecology deem that the surge in rescues during this time means the culprits are intruding into the forest to hunt for food and as a source of livelihood, thereby causing a disturbance in the forest habitats. He added that the public should be vigilant and remind the perpetrators that there are existing laws that are being implemented. He added that DENR have to remain vigilant and let the perpetrators show that there are environmental laws they have to face if they continue with such evil deeds. Continuously confronted with such acts, the agency are urging the lawmakers to help them protect the Philippine eagle and other wildlife species. Following a complaint that it was caught and in captivity by a local somewhere in Barangay Bunawan, Godod, Zamboanga del Norte, a female Philippine eagle was rescued, or the Pitiokapaga Jeffrey. A team from the Community Environment and Natural Resources Office in Liloy, Zamboanga del Norte was deployed to rescue the raptor as soon as possible. As part of the usual operating protocols for recovered birds, the raptor had an X-ray to see if it had suffered any fractures or any injuries after being rescued. Tribune News on Cue will be back. Stay with us.
Botomoto Halalan 2022, the Daily Tribune special coverage.
Non-stop showbiz update ba ang hanap nyo? Sagot na yan ang aming Tribune Extra. Balitang entertainment at lifestyle, mapa-local man o international, meron kami niyan. Manood at makichika na kasama si Kim Sancha, Lunes hanggang Biyernes, alas 5 ng hapon sa Tribune News on Q at separate premiere nito ng alas 7:30 ng gabi. Mapapanood sa Daily Tribune Facebook page at Tribune Now on YouTube. Alamin ang latest entertainment at sa mga paborito nyong celebrities kasama si Pocholo Concepcion sa programang What's Up. Makibanding at kwentuhan kasama ang mga kilalang personalidad sa entertainment industry. Sama-sama natin silang kilalanin at silipin ang makulay nilang mundo every Tuesday at 2 p.m. Kaya sit back and relax lang kayo mga katribu. Hanapin at ilike ang Daily Tribune Facebook page at Tribune Now on YouTube. Dahil sagot na namin ang masayang kwentuhan dito lang sa What's Up. Fun and inspiring na kwentuhan? Sagot na yan ang programang Spotlight ng Daily Tribune. Makipagkwentuhan at kilalanin ng iba't ibang personalidad na kilala sa kani-kanilang larangan. Manood at makinig sa mga inspiring stories na kanilang ibabahagi kasama si Nina Ventura at Jojo Silvestre. Be ready ng mamangha at matuwa every Thursday alas 2 ng hapon dito lang sa Daily Tribune Facebook page at Tribune Now on YouTube.
Botomoto Halalan 2022, the Daily Tribune special coverage.
You are still watching Tribune News on Q. Peru declared an environmental emergency Saturday to battle an oil spill caused by freak waves from a volcanic eruption in the South Pacific. The stunningly powerful eruption last Saturday of an undersea volcano near Tonga unleashed tsunami waves around the Pacific and as far away as the United States. In Peru, the oil spill near Lima has fouled beaches, killed birds, and harmed the fishing and tourism industries. With this 90-day decree, the government said it plans a sustainable management of 21 beaches tarred by 6,000 barrels of oil that spilled from a tanker ship unloading a refinery last Saturday. One aim of the decree is to better organize the various agencies and teams working in the aftermath of the disaster, said the Environment Ministry. Foreign Trade and Tourism Minister Roberto Sanchez estimated Saturday that economic losses total more than $50 million, all sectors combined. The government is demanding payment of damages from the Spanish energy giant Repsol, which owns the refinery. The Environment Ministry said 174 hectares, equivalent to 270 football fields of sea, beaches, and natural reserves, were affected by the spill. But the ministry said it issued the emergency decree because the crude still in the water was still spreading, reaching 40 kilometers from the spot of the original spill. That wraps up the stories this morning. Before we go, we would like to thank the SM Store, Araneta City, the Department of Tourism, MG Motors, Haina Motors, Security Bank, and Overseas Community Affairs Council member Alan Lin of Republic of China for their continued support. Again, this is Kim Sancha and you are watching Tribune News on Q. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay at home. Good morning.
Catch the latest news on our website, tribune.net.ph. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Tribune Now. Download the Daily Tribune app on Apple Store for iOS and Google Play for Android to get the latest and most comprehensive news online. Daily Tribune invites you to join its Viber community, Katribu, to get updates on the hottest news on politics, business, sports, lifestyle, and entertainment. Emoticons of the Tribune mascot Tarsito are available on our community Viber.